Yes,
because in 2023, the competition for thrifting is going to be very, very, very fierce. If not
So get it in. Get it in
now.
This is now while you can.
I've already got 3,000 things. What do you guys have?
No, Joe, we need to.
Yeah,
we need to up our game.
Up your game.
Show and sell.
Hello and welcome to Show and Sell, the show that celebrates digging through other people's trash. Hello, Trash Dragons. I'm Chris, Trash Dragon of the West. This is my guitar, Mr. Blankenship.
Hi, Mr. Blankenship.
He says hello back, says like, share, and subscribe, and reminded me that I sell on eBay and Discogs, mostly media.
And I'm Katie, and I'm Trash Dragon of the South, and I sell mostly clothing and accessories, but I'm always on the hunt for something sparkly, unique, and spooky.
Spooky. And I'm Joe. I'm the Trash Dragon of the East. I like a little bit of everything, and if there's a lot of something, I want that too. The question I have today is, what am I going to do with all these Power Rangers cards? I'm going to sell them for $2 a pack. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do.
Power Rangers card.
Well, let's open up. Let's do an unboxing, shall we?
Yes, let's.
Okay, so this is it's the Power Rangers 7-card piece puzzle pack. Collect all 4 packs. I don't know.
I will not.
So let's see.
I refuse.
What is a 7-card piece puzzle pack? Oh, I see. Okay. So it's like it's like you have the trading cards that have like the scene from the movie on the front, and then on the back it has the piece of the puzzle. I guess it's like that, but it's all puzzle. So let's see.
So it's a two-sided puzzle.
Yeah. So we've got. I'll see if I have enough to put.
So it's a bunch. You're getting like 7 cards that are worthless on their own.
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you guys have any updates and or interesting trivia to impart?
Always interesting trivia.
Okay, well, let's have it come up organically. But I didn't want to, I don't think I've shown this off. I just wanted to show you guys this. I got a letter. So I sold a CD. It got damaged in the email in transit. The guy told me about it. So I'm like, oh, that's too bad. I sent him a full refund. And he was just like, oh, you don't have to give me a full refund, but I already sent it. And so he mailed me a $10 bill and wrote with a letter, the post office is weak. Thank you. So I keep this. And I'm just like, I love this message. The post office is weak, Larry.
That's it.
Yeah.
From Larry? Oh,
Yeah.
Larry, you're a champion. That's great.
Hey, thank you, Larry.
Yeah, I appreciate your honesty and your opinion of the post office.
I had a slightly less positive experience. I had bought something on an auction, not on eBay, but on an auction site that was like, it was like, which one was it? It was auction. It was just like auction, not Live Auctioneers, and it was like Live Auctioneers is just a portal for like a bunch of for auction houses to come in. They can like post their auctions, and then you can buy. But the problem is like the postage is always set on eBay, but on Live Auctioneers it's not. I think they are assuming that you're going to come and get everything. So I was like, okay, I'll just get this like these pins. So I end up buying. They just arrived yesterday. The set of like a bunch of like carded pins, like Batman.
Cool.
Batman,
Yeah, what you love, yeah.
The Avengers, and then of course Youngblood, which is some dumb Image Comics thing I have no interest in, but who knows? Hopefully somebody will have an interest in it because I plan on selling these. But the problem is, the price that was quoted on Live Auction, like Live Auctioneers sent me a thing. Is like, we can ship this for $40. I'm like, I spent $35 on this. And it's like $40. Like, I know how much it should have cost. It's about 2 pounds. It's a box of like,
right,
4 inches by 10 inches by 12 inches.
Sure.
Should have cost about $10 to ship from that zip code.
Maximum $20 flat rate large box.
Maximum.
Yeah, or else you could have put it in like they set it Ground Advantage instead, which is fine, but they still charged me $30 for it to ship it, and I'm just like, it's insane. Like, you can't. I don't know. The main reason I was going to do it is because it was like close enough that I was like, I will probably be in Connecticut at some point to do deliveries. I can pick it up then, but it did not ever pan out. The one Connecticut, anyway. I could just go on and on with like petty little grievances, but you know what? I am
wait till our Patreon page shows up.
Those petty grievances, but special.
Yeah.
So why don't we move on to the thing that brought us joy?
Hello and welcome to Show and Sell, the show that celebrates digging through other people's trash. Hello, Trash Dragons. My name is Chris, Trash Dragon of the West. This is my guitar, Mr. Blankenship.
Hi, Mr.
Another
Blankenship.
Ooh, he just reminded me that you should like, share, subscribe, and that I sell on eBay, mostly, and Discogs, mostly medium.
And I'm Katie, Trash Dragon of the South, and I didn't know we were doing NPR voice
Yes,
today.
we are.
So
Katie, I think you did.
I sell clothing and accessories, but I'm also always on the hunt for anything sparkly, shiny, and a little bit scary.
And I'm Joe, Trash Dragon of the East. I sell a little bit of everything and a lot of many things.
New show.
New show.
Ginseng tea. Check our sponsor at ginseng.com.
GinsengTea.com.
Yeah.
Kowalski's GinsengTea.com.
Oh,
Chris, have you tried those omega-3 supplements that I sent? I sent them a couple of weeks ago.
They revolutionized my life, Katie. It's
Wait,
They're
are we
vegan.
talking-
They're a plant-based omega-3. And so
plant-based.
no more fishy taste. Isn't that
That's-
magical?
I one of my least favorite things in the world is fish burps. So let's.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Hey,
We're
who's
out
got
of,
it?
Okay, let's stop that nonsense right now. We're just kidding, everybody. We're just having a goof with you. We don't really talk like that.
We do
We
love
talk more
goof
like
em
Morning
ups.
Zoo DJs.
Somewhere in between, I feel like.
Yeah. What's worse? I don't know.
We'd have to come up with our morning zoo crew name. Joe, I'm gonna put that upon you.
Oh,
yeah.
great.
And,
Assignment for next time. Think about it. Think about it.
yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to our first segment, the thing that brought us joy. The thing that brought you joy.
Joy.
Joy, 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 joy. Joy, joy, joy. Can I go first? You notice anything different about me?
No.
It's my chair.
Oh,
The thing that brought me joy is this chair.
You got a new chair.
I got a new office chair.
Nice.
I got it at auction. It's a steel case. It is a steel case office chair. I don't know what this model ran for. They came out of the Viacom offices. They had a whole bunch of stuff. They came out of the Viacom offices and they went up for auction. And I was at this for this auction, I was like, oh, you know what? Hannah, my wife, uses an office chair or uses her desk a lot, but she's been using like sort of a very cute but old, just like four leg wooden chair. It can be very comfortable for long periods of time. And so I was like, well, maybe we'll see if one of them gets if we can get one for cheap enough. And then later in the auction, there was a lot of 5 and a lot of 6. So there were 2 different lots, 11 chairs total.
Sorry, how many office chairs do you currently own?
I own, well, 1 is spoken for, so 2 are spoken for, so 9. 3 may be spoken for, so 8. Yeah.
Where are the chairs?
They are currently, 1 I'm sitting in, 1 is in my wife's office, and 2 are inside the auction hall where I have to pick them up.
Okay.
And the remaining 8 are chained out back behind the office, because there was no, I didn't have room in my van to take them.
Katie, why don't you go?
It's this packing. I'm just kidding. Yes. My item is this awesome limited edition jacket.
Nice.
Nice.
Please observe. This jacket is a Levi's exclusive for The Handmaid's Tale.
Right.
Damn.
And
Amazing.
it has inside my name is, and then there's a place to write it, and it is number 1356 of 2020. And all over is in Latin, this sort of Latin graffiti. Here, I looked it up, although my Latin's going to be bad. It is Nolite te bastardes carborundorum, which is don't let the bastards grind you down. And so it's very cool. It's very poignant to the show, very appropriate for
So
2025.
it's a pretty jean jacket wearing show.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's just a really cool idea that Levi's did, and I love it. I think they did great. I have it. I'm just holding it. I may actually keep it.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about wearing it because I looked them up, and they're not going for as much as I thought. I would think. So what I might do is get another one if I can find a good deal on it. So that way I can wear one, because I really would like one, and then just hold one sort of for the future, because it's not valuable now, but it very well might be in a couple years.
Right.
So this is a good hold, wait and see piece. But I kind of want one.
Right. And I also, our friend of the show, Nick Pruer from the Found Footage podcast and other things. And he's been on the show. Check out his episode. Anyway, but he's doing a tour of cast and crew jackets. That would be a great addition to.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of like cast and crew hoodies that I offered, and I'm like, if you want to have a wing of your cast and crew museum devoted to my collection, I would be honored.
How are you doing a tour? I'm so curious. I
think it's part of the Found Footage Festival is on tour right now, so I'm sure
it goes with that.
I'm sure he like kind of, they've been doing the show for years, so it's probably like
he's partnering with like vintage stores across that he likes, like Rascal Salvage Vintage and Meepleton's in Madison, Wisconsin, and other.
I wonder who he's partnering with in Nashville. Maybe Black Shag.
I don't know if they're going to Nashville, but if they do, that would be. I don't like. I don't. They might. Katie, don't give me that face.
Last podcast is coming, by the way. If you want to see that, I can. Yeah. We can let Marcus know to hit you up for some free tickets.
Yeah. So it's fine for last podcast, but it's not found. It's fine for found. I'm just kidding. I just like to be outraged. What is your item of choice?
As you do, like I love, like I do love it when you take weird things very personally.
I will commit to the bit as well. So what is your?
And I believe it every time.
Every time.
So my thing is this Roma. Speaking of promos. This is a promo for the movie Roma, which is by Alfonso Cuarón. That might be. Is that how you pronounce it? Anyone? No?
Yeah, Alfonso Cuarón.
Anyway, so this is the kind of thing you would get if you were in one of the Guild's acting producers writing, but I've never seen anything like this, which is, you open it up, and it plays the...
Oh my God!
The promo.
That's insane.
It is crazy,
especially for like a foreign film. I'm assuming, or
they really went all out on Roma. It's not hard to find for your consideration DVDs of it. I've got other promo stuff for it. Like they really
did it win anything? Did it get nominated? Oh, I hope so. Based on that.
Yeah, for best part of your consideration merchandise, Roma.
Yeah.
I'm so very happy so proud to have won.
And this podcast is going to win for best thrifting podcast, an Academy Award for best thrifting podcast or documentary. So,
I mean,
yeah,
we've been submitted.
It's just going to be an honor to be nominated. I feel like, but But yeah, that's my friend Jennifer. She was moving out, and I'm going to try to sell it for her. And but like I said, never saw it.
Cool.
I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, just
so cool.
Let us move on to our next segment, which is Unearthed Treasure. Unearthed Treasure. All right, Unearthed Treasure, we are doing hobos is the topic. So hobos are different than, like, say, tramps or the hobos are people who ride the rails, but will I think they work if they're like they will like pick up jobs along the way, and it's a whole culture. And I went to a hobo party with John Hudgman, which I think about often, and that was a great day. So, Katie, what do you got?
So I have this really cool top that I'm going to resend you because it to me says hobo because it is made a patchwork blouse made of different silk scarves. So someone
Yeah.
it looks like someone just sewed them together into a halter top, and you can insert the photo, Chris. It's very neat, and it's also it's not hobo at all because it is H&M.
Silk. And silk.
And it's silk. And it's an H&M collaboration with Margiela, which is a big label, very famous right now, designed by John Galliano. Regardless, it's a very fancy for the fancy hobo. This would go with a long patchwork silk skirt of scarves. It's just a whole look.
And a slightly torn top hat. It's the queen of the hobos.
If I was going to a hobo party, this is the top I would choose.
No.
Instead, I'm going to sell it because these collaborations are rare and people collect the pieces from the H&M designer collaborations, especially the older ones from the 2010s.
That's pretty amazing. I really like the look of that.
It's cool. It's a neat style. Also, it does make me want to sing The Chain. It does. It's full Fleetwood Mac. It is full Stevie Nicks.
Oh, right.
Is witchcore a thing? Do we call that? What do we call that?
Cottagecore.
No, witchcore.
I feel like witchycore is
witchcore is probably a thing. Yeah, definitely.
It is now.
Yeah. The whirling dervish that is Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris? What do you got? What do you got on the hobo agenda?
Oh, the hobo, my
Hobo Express.
My secret hobo agenda. So this is something I bought years ago, and I like them. So they're hobo clown musicians. These are Italian. They're inlaid wood.
Those are fancy hobos too.
Yeah. Well, it's a fancy celebration of hobos, I would say.
Yes.
And I've got three of them. They've got this gentleman who's playing a saxophone, this violin player.
Who's not playing, he's just sort of holding it dejectedly.
Yeah, he's been kicked out of the band. And this, I think, flugelhorn player. So
they're lovely.
They are
lovely. Those are really pretty.
I did a bunch of research on it. It's an Italian, I think, company artist who did this kind of stuff, and it really is like just.
Where'd you find them?
Yard sale years ago. Like one of the first yard sales I went to in the part of town of LA I now live in.
Are you selling them?
I used to, but no one was biting, so I was just like, I'm just going to take them off the market and hang them up. So
they're really cool.
Until I find something better, they're going to stay. Like that, I'm trying to constantly update my art. So that is, I'm very happy with them. But Joe, what do you got?
Okay, so I figure if you're riding the rails all day and you're like, what do we? I got this can of beans here, but I don't have anything to open it with. Well, that's exactly why you need a handy folding pocket knife. This one is a Boy Scouts of America pocket knife.
Whoa!
It has your knife. It's not a Swiss Army. It is. I mean, it's practically like a Swiss Army knife. It's got your main blade. Yeah. It's got this little thing, which is more like it's got a curve to it, but it's not sharp. So I'm not sure what exactly it's for.
Probably an awl for punching through leather.
Yeah,
or leather punch.
You would be working real hard to do it, but it's probably that. And then you have your bottle opener, and with a little screwdriver at the end. This is pretty standard issue if you've had a Swiss Army knife, and of course you have your can opener. And I have used these like can openers before. It takes a little longer than a regular can opener, but it works just as well. And it's just like well, it works just as well, except for it leaves ragged edges. So don't reach around and fish around inside the can once you've eaten your beans. So yeah, that's
Don't put your mouth directly onto the can.
Do
and
not
try
lick.
to
Don't
suck
try to
the
lick
beans.
the inside of the can.
Yeah, don't. No,
Be very gentle when you do that. You gotta really just put your whole face in there.
Yeah. Don't do that. What are you doing?
That's bad hobo etiquette. If I've ever
that is bad hobo etiquette. Yeah,
hobo etiquette. Oh, this is our portmanteau. This is our portmanteau episode.
Hobo etiquette. That's really good. So we are going to move on to our next segment, which is Joe.
Tales from the Flypt.
Ooh.
Tales from the Flypt. Tales from the Flypt. Tales from the Flypt. The topic is, when do you give up selling something? How long? What prompts you to be like, nope, no longer. I'm going to go because I'm the only one who has it.
I was going to say.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Do you want to choose?
I was also going to say.
Do you both want to choose me? Like,
I choo.
I was going to say that.
You were.
I was. All in favor of Chris going?
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion passes.
Vetoed. But so I actually don't get rid of things. I'm in the process of slowly doing that now with my books, just because they're so time consuming and slow burn anyway. But like, I'm just kind of like right now, just going through all my nonfiction and seeing, was I right to buy this now that I'm more experienced? Because sometimes you just get excited and you're like, oh, like this, someone sold this, for $10 a year ago, but that was the last time it sold and it hasn't sold since. So I have just recently kind of started getting rid of stuff, but I tend to let things sell, and I'll like do the sell similar trick. I do sales, but I've got like 3,000 things in my eBay store.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't have. I'm shocked because like you don't have a 3,000 things house.
Ephemera.
I guess
you have small things, don't you?
Yeah, I have a lot of ephemera. But Joe, what's your answer to this question?
Speaking of taking a long time to sell, it depends upon what the market is and what the size is and what the condition is. Like if it's in my booth and people are pawing at it mercilessly and it's just getting torn apart, I'll just like eventually be like, it's not worth it, and I'll take it out and throw it away. Or in one case, I had a paperback. I may have said this or told you this already. Like a paperback box set of the very first box set they made of the Lord of the Rings paperbacks from like the 19.
Yes, I remember.
I think you told the story.
Yeah, so I won't tell it again because that would be rude to you, the viewer, and you, my beloved.
And you took them apart, right? Sorry, I have a goldfish brain. So
no, I did not take them apart. I just took it. I was like, it was like in the store at $75. I just said, please be careful, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
And it's like people would take it out and like the cover on one of them had been ripped off, but it just got manhandled and like it would like went missing from my booth and put it in somebody else's booth. And finally I was just like, this is ridiculous. I took it home. It sat around for a long time. I unearthed it. I was like, I'm just going to put it on eBay. It sold in less than a day for $125. Yeah. Even in the condition it was in.
So you didn't it's not that you gave up selling it. You gave up selling it in your booth.
That, yes. But I have given up on other stuff, including I had like a sort of plaster. It's like one of those plaster home arts and crafts kits deals where it was like it was like a pilgrim. It was sort of like a big-eyed pilgrim couple.
Oh.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And they had and there's like a wheat. There's also like a wheat or stalks or whatever. When you bundle them all together, yeah. I had that. I put it out every Thanksgiving, and people don't decorate for Thanksgiving. So it was a fool's errand to keep on putting it in there. And finally, just got chipped up. They just got chipped up. I was like, this is the third year here for Thanksgiving. It's not ever going to sell like that. So I just like took it and like put it out for somebody to steal, not to steal, but to take away from the side of the building. And it's like, so that it's like, it just depends upon the item, like the fragility of it, and like whether or not I know it's going to sell. Like there's a lot of variables. Like I don't like to have stuff sitting around, but most of my stuff is small, and I won't really,
Right.
it doesn't bother me to have stuff sitting around for a couple, 3, 4, 7 years, because if it sells eventually for the price I'm asking, it's not like it's taking up a whole lot of space. So
yeah. No, I just sold a Bombardier Learjet pilot's manual. I've got like 10 of them, like, and other versions of it, and I just sold one. And I've sold like 4 of them over the years.
How much are they?
I'm selling them for 125, and someone bought it for 75. Because it's just like, they go for a lot of money when it's just like the Learjet market is low. So
there's not a lot of them.
But that's a thing that it's just like, I kind of wish I could get rid of these faster, just because they take up a lot of space.
They're big. Okay.
Yeah. Are they in binders or?
Yeah, they're like that thick, binder.
Yeah, those are big. Okay.
Yeah. So, but Katie, what do you got?
Yeah, it's the same. Clothing is hard, right? So I have different sort of levels of sale. I've got like my highest for resale, and then it goes down the line. And then there's very specific stuff that's saved for eBay and other online sites. So it's difficult, but I have a little bit of a hard time because clothing, it can go to the Goodwill. I'm a little funny about who specifically I donate to based on what that specific organization is doing.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then I also am a fan of some of the where you open the bin and put the bag in. Some are good. So I'm a little fussy, but that's okay. I will do that sometimes where it goes into the bin.
How do you determine those are good? Because
I'd research. Clothes also just takes up a ton of space because eventually it just gets to be too much. And I am also trying to repurpose material. So things like leather, I do have a bin of leather to patch other leather things, stuff like that. Leather that's too stained or won't sell, things like that just either have a big rip or whatever. And then I also cut up cotton into rags. So I have like a life cycle in my house. Does that make sense? And then a life cycle outside my house.
But guys, I strongly suspect that we did it. What do you guys?
You mean we finished a great episode?
Yeah, another 5-star episode. Yes, I think so. 6 thumbs up, maybe. You guys think?
Okay. Yeah, 6 thumbs up.
Awesome. That's amazing.
A++.
Man, 2025 is going to be a great year in all ways, as I can tell.
That is a lot of words you're saying.
Yeah.
Big statements. It's going to be a great year for thrifting.
Yes, it'll be a great year for this show, particularly, I guess.
Because in 2026, the competition for thrifting is going to be very, very, very fierce. If not
so get it in. Get it in
now.
This is now while you can.
I've already got 3,000 things. What do you guys have?
No, Joe, we need to...
Yeah,
we need to up our game.
Up your game.
I feel immediately competitive.
I know.
Immediately. It's like...
either offended or competitive. That's your two modes.
Like not offended, just like, I gotta get
I gotta destroy him.
Gotta get going. Yeah.
I will, one way or the other, he must be destroyed. So let's play that song.
Let's
play that song.
Thank you for watching Show and Sell. If you remember, hit like, share, subscribe. But if you don't, everything is gonna be alright. And if you do, things are gonna be a little brighter for us. There's an algorithm controlling all of our lives. remember, ring the bell. Thanks, everybody.
All right, we did it! Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming, everybody.